Tell me why you don't like reggaeton, bro.
Yo, put me in that spot right there.
Why don't you like reggaeton, bro? Why don't you like Bad Bunny? Why don't you like J Balvin?
Okay, you're talking about the music, pre-music. I see. Let me tell you this. Okay. I love all these type of music, to be honest. At certain moments, but me personally jamming something like that, I wouldn't put it out there like randomly.
So if you're in the club and let's say you drinking and then Bad Bunny comes out.
Yeah, pretty much after
what do you do?
A couple of drinks, I'll jam to anything.
To anything. Gospel, Christian music, anything.
I don't know how I'll hear that in the club though, but yeah, I'll be jamming some gospel. I actually have. I put like a Christian radio on or something like that. I've done that before.
But reggaeton, it's cool. I don't know why you don't like it.
I mean, I know it's cool. I just don't prefer it. I'm stuck in the 90s. I still hear 90s music. That's just the type of person I am.
You're stuck in the past.
I wouldn't say stuck in the past, but reminiscing of the past. But obviously, I still hear a lot of new music, a lot of new artists that are coming out. That obviously, their inspirations come from 90s, 90s rap.
So you wouldn't write reggaeton, you wouldn't write trap lyrics, type of the music that's going on right now. You wouldn't write lyrics to that. You wouldn't write a reggaeton song.
I've written different type of songs, so I could write a reggaeton song. Obviously, I'm not lyrically inclined in that language to be able to write something for reggaeton.
I get you.
But yeah, thanks for putting me in the spot there. I love reggaeton. I love people dancing reggaeton.
I like it. It's in Bad Bunny, J Balvin, Ozuna.
You like reggaeton?
I love it. It gets me on that hype level,
I got you.
Like if I'm like having a bad day and I'm driving to school, I'll turn it up and I start singing. And once you start singing, it kind of your stress goes away, and you know what I mean.
I got you, man. I mean, you know what? Me, I have a lot of stress, so maybe I should actually put some of that on. I've heard some Bad Bunny song. My little daughter's addicted to Bad Bunny, so she's she's always hearing Bad Bunny and dancing around with it. So yeah, it's in the household. We've actually went to a Bad Bunny concert.
Really?
Yes. When he came down to Laredo, man, he actually, I don't know, someone came by the shop and I think she worked in the radio. Sorry, I don't know her name, but she said, you know what? They opened some new floors, so now instead of like a 2-section, there's gonna be a 4-section. So if you go online right now, you'll get some good floor seats, very cheap. So front row seat, man.
So who went?
She's me and my wife.
Oh, okay.
And she loves Bad Bunny, so it was a good show. And he gave a good show.
So then she likes it, but you don't like it.
Yeah, she likes it.
Is that a problem?
She loves it.
You in the car, she turns on Bad Bunny.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta take turns. I mean, we travel a lot, so.
But she likes your stuff though. You like that?
Yeah,
music
and that's 90s. She likes the 90s, like old school. But then usually the tracks that I skip in the album, she'll love them. So like I'm about to skip a song, like, oh, that's my favorite song. So yeah, we go through that a lot, but it's cool. It's cool. I mean, that's part of being married. You gotta compromise.
Yeah, relationships.
Right.
That's what it is. Compromise.
Yeah. Luckily, I said luckily, but yeah, she's been able to stand me this long. Yeah. But we've been together for over 10 years now.
And I think this is a good reason why we have this, because the stuff that I talk to you about, I can't talk to my girl about, because there's a point where your conversations gets to a point where they're like, you know what, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear your conspiracy theories. I don't want to hear about politics, and so it's a little hard, talking to your girl about that stuff. So I'm glad I have you, and there's a lot of people that we can connect to that likes to talk about that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is why we're doing this, really to be able to speak our piece. And go out there and get on this pod, man. That we made it happen. I mean, it's not something easy to do. Obviously, a lot of people talk about making a pod.
Actually, a lot of people talk about doing anything, and I think the hardest part about doing something is doing it, starting it.
Yeah,
it's real easy to think, you know what, I want to do this.
Yeah,
but it's really hard. The beginning is really hard. But once you get past that, the beginning, once you start getting into it, I think everything falls into place, man. And I think it all starts with just praying, believing in God, and believing in whatever beliefs you have, and manifestation. A lot of people don't know what manifestation is, and I think that's a real important part of life, because it's like painting a picture. How can you paint a picture without picturing it?
Yeah.
Manifestation is believing. It's already believing that you already have it.
Yeah.
You know.
And not only that, like you said, you have a vision and you use you use belief to make it happen, and like I always say, and I've heard through various social media pages and stuff like that I follow, they say if you have a goal, or excuse me, if you have a goal, put a date on it.
Mhm.
Give yourself some accountability. If there's no date on your goal, it's just a dream, right?
I
So we
get
all have dreams and we all have things that we want to do, but obviously not everyone acts on those dreams. So
exactly.
I have some advice, man. I think if you have a dream and a goal, what's the best thing to do is write it down.
Write it down.
Write it down, put a date on it. Make it an actual goal that you're gonna achieve. And I think that's what you did. And when you invited me to this project, man, I was at first shocked.
Yeah, I haven't talked
Yeah.
to you this
I,
much in 5 years, and
yeah.
ever since I said let's start a podcast, we talked every day, and a month later we got everything set up and
I
we
know.
got ready to go.
And I think that happens a lot with people though. I mean, I would consider you one of my day one homies. Like,
Yes, sir.
I wouldn't be here otherwise. But um even with that, family comes around,
Yeah.
stuff comes around, and things get in the way where you just don't connect with people the same way you
Yes,
used to connect,
exactly.
And I'm just glad we connected the same way we did,
And I
years
mean,
ago.
me being a Cancer, being introverted, shy, timid, but I feel like I can connect to a lot of people, and you can connect to a lot of people. So a lot of people gonna connect to the way I think. A lot of people gonna connect to the way that you think.
Yeah,
But
true.
just the fact that we get to vent and we get a lot of people to kind of see things differently,
Mhm.
because I wish I could see things the way I see things when I was younger, when I was 16, when I was 17.
Yeah.
I wish I had people telling me, giving me advice that not a lot of people nowadays tell you. A lot of people nowadays tell you stuff from their own opinion. Like, okay, you gotta go to school, you gotta go to college, you gotta be a doctor, a nurse, or something because they want you to be
Yeah.
that. And I'm in that position at the moment too. It's I have a passion, I have a drive, I have something that I love, but it might not fall into what somebody would say it's great, or but I think that falls under the culture that we're in, the Mexican American culture,
Yeah.
and where if you don't go to school, if you don't go to college, you get an ass whooping.
Yeah. I mean, and a lot has to do with a lot of us are, first generation, second
Yeah,
generation Americans. So like everyone has ties to Mexico, and our families worked very hard to be here, and they wanted you to have the best opportunity. But like you said, man, times are changing, and with changing times, I mean, it can't be the same structure that makes everyone successful.
yeah.
Not everyone's out there to be that. I mean, I think a lot of people have realized with social media, I
Hmm.
mean, you got to do what you love,
Hell yeah,
be happy.
be happy.
Yeah.
That's the number one thing, because a lot of people nowadays get that license to become whatever they follow, and then they're not happy. They go to work hating their jobs, hating
Mhm.
their lives, and we don't want that. We want to be happy. That's the number one goal. It's not money. I mean, we could find a job that pays us an incredible amount of money, but if we hate it, then what's the point of it at the end of the day?
Yeah, very true. I mean, a lot of times, if you follow your passion, your dreams, and your desires, I mean, that'll come up with a more positive outcome than just going with the routine route.
Not even going to work. Doing something that you love, it's
Yeah,
like you're not even working. You're getting
exactly.
paid to do something that you love to do.
Exactly.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean? And I think that's what we have to do. We have to encourage our kids. I mean, I'm a dad, you're a dad.
Mhm.
If my little girl wants to do something, I'm going to encourage her 100%. I'm not going to tell her, hey, no, you can't do that. You have to do this. I want you to be this. So you're going to be that. Strict parents. I have very strict parents, and it doesn't feel good, living a life that's not yours.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
you want to live your life, and you want to do what drives you. You don't want to live somebody else's life.
Yeah.
And like I said, in the Mexican culture, it's really hard. It's a conflict. A lot of people do what their parents tell you to do.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say. I mean, our culture is really connected with our
Mm.
parents,
Yes,
and sometimes they'd have a plan for you that might not be before you. I know for sure. I've done things my parents are like, "What is he doing?" They just don't understand.
same.
But obviously, we're in a different world. It's a different type of incomes coming in,
Yes.
marketing happening right now with online and stuff like that. And obviously, our passion for music and being on the microphone also plays a big part because, back in the day when I was a kid, what did you want to do? I mean,
I love writing music.
exactly.
I love composing music and just
Mhm.
venting on the mic and even, spitting out a couple bars on the mic. It just feels
Exactly.
so good, so
And
liberating.
before I had my children, I mean, I've had 3 babies in the last 4 years, so I've been busy. But no, no, on the real though, before I had my kids, I mean, I was literally trying to work and trying to hustle to a point where I could just do that 24/7,
Yes.
make music. I dreamed of having my own studio, having people over, stuff like that. Obviously, that did fade away. Once I started having my kids, I'm like, it completely changed my world and my whole
Yes.
perspective. I mean, you start, thinking about their future and what you have to do, and you level up. I mean, you level up in different ways. You do things that are not meant for you, and you get away from your dreams and your desires, and then
Exactly.
start thinking about them, and it happens a lot.
And it's manageable, but it's just time consuming,
Yeah,
it takes a lot of time, to especially when you work, we go to school, and then at the end of the day, gotta come home and we still gotta support our families.
yeah,
So, I mean, we doing this and it's late right now. Our babies are sleeping and we still here putting in work. And
yeah.
I think that's the number one thing, consistency and putting in hard work, because
That's it.
I think that's what creates results. If somebody wants to be successful and they're just like, no, I'm gonna just chill, yeah, it's not just gonna fall on your lap.
Yeah,
You got to put in work, and that's something that I wish I knew
yeah,
when I was younger.
yeah.
When I was younger, I dreamed of something, but unfortunately, it didn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. You're exactly right. And it happens for a lot of people.
Yeah,
But I'll tell you something right now. It's just never too late.
never too late.
It's never too late. I
Mhm.
mean, to get started, like I said, just if you have a dream, if you have a passion or a goal, I think just write it down. Write it
Exactly.
down, put a date on it, give yourself some accountability. And I like to say, take the proper steps every day. Just take one step extra to hit that goal.
And
Yeah,
pray
yeah,
and have some beliefs,
yeah,
because we don't all have the same beliefs.
yeah,
You might believe in one God, I might believe in another God. Your God might be a person. My
yeah,
God might be a thought that lives in me, and that's okay. But what really divides us is just the opinions that, especially here down here in Laredo, we all got our own opinions, and
yeah.
and if
Or,
someone doesn't like what you believe in, they're gonna tell you off, and oh, why do you believe in this and why don't you believe in that? But we all have to respect each other and respect each other's beliefs.
yeah.
That's the number one key.
I think you're right, and I think that happens everywhere. To be honest, I think a lot of times, no matter what you do, what you say, I mean, people are going to talk.
Yeah.
That's regardless. I think that's what people do, and I'll tell you myself. I mean, there's things that I sometimes see and like tell my mom, oh, why is she doing that, or why does that get color? So I've even caught myself doing it. But obviously, everyone will have an opinion, especially now with social media. Everyone has an opinion about everything.
Yeah.
You're an expert about everything. But I think some people will say their piece, but they won't mean any bad intentions.
Uh,
And other people that actually do mean, they want to stir the pot, they want to
yeah.
get things going, and they want to start controversy or stuff like that. That's when I feel like, okay, that could be toxic.
Yes.
I try to stay away from those type of things.
Drama.
Yeah, even on social media, like
Yeah.
if I see something I don't like, a lot of drama coming in from like a certain feed that I'm seeing, I don't need that. I mean, I get enough negative things in life, to be
Yes.
on social media and just drown yourself in negativity. I mean, I just don't like that.
And talk about negativity.
Yeah.
I think other people's opinions don't really matter. There's a lot of people that focus on that. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I need to wear this and this and this, so that way they can think this of me. I gotta drive this car, so they gotta think this of me. And
Mhm.
I don't really think it's a good way to go about it, because we gotta put our things first and our needs first. That's what should always come first.
Yeah.
Needs,
Exactly.
and not wants, but needs. And at the end of the day, other people's opinions don't matter.
Yeah.
What really matters is what you think of yourself. And if you're really happy, and if you're not happy, what can I do to put myself in that position to be happy?
Yeah.
That's the
You're
number one thing. And
you're right.
stress. Another thing is stress. Maybe depression and negative thoughts. Those are all things that kind of just hinder.
Yeah. They stay with you. They follow you.
Yes.
And it's not until you face them,
Yeah.
where you could actually, liberate yourself from that type of from the negativity. I mean, I think I just would love to surround myself every single day with positivity. There's
Yes.
days where I'm just in a bad mood. It just happens. I don't know what happened with the stars recently or what, but I just recently been just on a bad mood, and I even told my wife recently, I'm like, "Hey, you know what? I know I've been like more grumpy than
Yeah.
usual, but it's something what I face every day. Everyone goes through a lot of stress. I have a lot of things going on, you know. I'm in the process of trying to run a business, and like you said, school. I'm doing this and that, working. And then with the kids, starting preschool and going through that. It's just been a very stressful time, and I think it's been a stressful time for everybody right now.
COVID.
Yeah,
It's been a
yeah,
really life altering,
yeah,
dramatic change.
yeah, for everybody.
But luckily, I feel like nowadays we're a little bit getting past it. When it first started, there was like nobody out in the stores, nobody out in the streets. But now everybody's out. And they got their masks. Some people don't, and that's another thing that divides us as well. The whole mask thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's right now at this point, the media has used a lot of things to divide people.
Yes.
But I really feel like, and personally, I feel like we haven't gotten past it yet. I know things are back to normal.
Hmm.
People are out and about. The clubs are open. The stores are fully packed. I mean, I'm a season ticket holder at the Spurs game,
Hmm.
right? So last year, I mean, it was 30% capacity. This year is 100%
Oh,
capacity.
that's
So you're
nice.
gonna have someone next to you, which is
Yeah.
good. I mean, more atmosphere and stuff like that. But COVID's still rampant. I mean,
Yeah.
now there's variants coming in from all different angles, and I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. I think it's just okay just to be cautious. I mean, washing your hands, being
Definitely.
clean hygiene, stuff like that is definitely important now, and I think it's going to stick with us for a long time. And like life has to go on.
It has to go on.
Yeah, it does. I've been at my shop, I've been there and I've seen stuff like where uh, people call each other out. Hey, like you ain't wearing a mask, and
Exactly.
like I'm vaccinated, but
Exactly.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But obviously, bro, it is some serious stuff for sure. I mean, people we're losing people left and right. I
Mhm.
mean, that's just fact. I mean, it don't matter any way you see it. I think that's the only thing that has gotten to me. I'm like, it could be anybody.
Yeah.
I think it's just okay to be careful and just look out for signs. I mean, if someone's coughing nowadays, you're gonna stay away from that
Yeah.
person. And I think right now with me having allergies this
Oh,
season, I
everybody
mean,
looks at you.
everyone, yeah, and
It's the fear, though. It's the fear
yeah,
that's been
it's fear,
instilled
and
us.
yeah, and it's because it's scary. It's
It
scary,
is
brother.
scary.
No, they can't.
You never know.
It's not that you never know, because obviously we could be driving home tonight, and God not, God willing not, but something happens to us.
Yes,
It could happen
exactly.
anything. That's when you never know. But in this type of stuff, you know what's going on, you know what's going out there, you know what it's doing to people, and you see all the people in the hospital. I know there was a time where we were at max capacity. That's because as soon as you have COVID, they'll put you in the ICU, and
Yeah.
it's just it is scary. It's scary, and if you watch the news, I mean, they're pushing a narrative out there
Oh,
because,
yeah.
I mean, that's what the news makes money off of, right?
Fear.
Yeah,
I don't trust.
fear
I don't even
and
watch the
anger.
news. I don't watch the news.
You know what? There was a time where we were at the shop. I don't want to mention the shop a lot. I work at an oil change shop. I'm there all day, but we're at the shop and we're watching the news like constantly for years and years and years. But ever since the last couple elections, it's just just negative, man. It's
Yes.
just power. There's
Yeah.
a lot of negativity, a lot of fear, and
You
we
don't know
just
what to believe anymore.
yeah. Now we got the food channel.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we got the food channel up there, and and I've even with the food channel, I've had people want to change it,
Oh, yeah.
but
They want to
can
put
you
back the news.
no, no, not the news. I'm like, can you change it? I just get hungry and I haven't
Oh, yeah.
eaten lunch, and I've actually gotten those type of people. So, like I go back to what I said is like some people are never happy,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
and
You can never have happiness.
even with the food channel, I told myself everybody loves food, I mean, that's just what
I mean, it's like in my position,
everybody
it's
eats.
3 in the morning and my girl's watching the Food Network, and I'm like, "Why are you watching that? I'm getting
Yeah,
hungry just watching that."
yeah,
But I mean, there's always two sides. You're never gonna have,
yeah.
you know.
I mean, I just don't know what channel to put now.
Mm.
What channel do you think will make everyone
I mean, if you
happy?
put MTV, they're gonna say, "Why do you have MTV?" And put
They
country.
still got
And
MTV out
put-
there? I don't even watch cable, to be honest.
I don't watch cable
Matter of
too.
fact, and the package we got, the business package, you only got like maybe like 10, 15 channels to choose
Yeah.
from. So
I
like,
mean, nowadays there's Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, and others.
mhm.
Like Not a lot of people even use cable anymore.
Yeah, I know. When I go to a barber shop, I mean, they got Netflix
You
on.
got Netflix.
They got those, you know, those gamers.
Yeah.
I know that thing's
Yeah,
big
yeah,
right now.
yeah.
So you got the, Call of Duty. Or I'm
Bro,
assuming
remember
like
back in our day
when
when, our
our
parents
parents
used to
used to.
get mad, say, "Why are you playing video games? You're never gonna get nowhere."
Yeah,
But nowadays, you play video games and you're good at it, you get money out of
yeah.
that.
People watch you play. I mean, I've seen that a lot, and I know there's probably a lot of money on there for that. So hey, good job, gamers.
Oh
Keep doing
yeah.
your
I
thing.
mean,
I mean,
nowadays social media is just so driven. Like you
yeah,
can do anything right now in social media. You can do TikTok, you can do videos, funny videos,
yeah.
acting, like
And
pods,
randomly just blow up. Yeah, I've seen
anything and
that.
just blow up. And what's scary to me, and I just found out about this is social media you get pretty good amount of money. So much good amount of money, it might be more than what I make at my job. And that's scary
Yeah,
because you can go to school, get a 2 year, 4 year degree, you get your career, you getting banged, but there's these people that just social media and they get more money than you. It's crazy.
yeah. I believe it.
It's
I believe
crazy.
it. I mean, I like to say social media changed my life personally.
Oh yeah.
Being able to get,
Everybody's life.
yeah. I mean,
Everybody's on that
yeah.
phone.
Everyone's on their phone. That's right.
Yes.
I mean, at this point, if you don't have a social media platform or you're not on that, I mean, I feel like you're actually left behind. I
Yeah.
know usually I wouldn't say that, like, oh, you don't have to. I mean, too much of it would hurt you, but if you use it the right way,
Yeah.
you can make a lot of income.
Marketing,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You start marketing something. I mean, you can literally sell anything
anything.
if you're doing something homemade, any type of hustle you want to do.
Crafting.
Yeah, anything. Honestly, I mean, there's a position and there's a spot out there for you on social media.
Social media is the way to go if you want to make bank.
Yeah,
In other words, nowadays,
yeah. I mean, it's an easy way. I think we've seen that with the pandemic.
oh yeah, everybody had a hustle.
Everyone shifted. I mean, I saw a lot of people that shifted. I know myself, right before the pandemic, I was doing network marketing and I was doing that heavily. And then with the pandemic, that really slowed me down. I mean, there was no possible way to get meetings going. I
Yes.
mean, a lot of people didn't want to get on the Zoom. And, I had struggles like that where I just slowed my business down
Yeah.
and I shifted. I mean, I took what I learned with everything going on and the way I use the social media platforms, and I took it to sell products. Now I'm doing that, and I'm running a business, and it's been what 2 years
Oh
later. I'm
yeah.
still running that deep, and
And what
it,
COVID
yeah,
made a lot of businesses, just in your case, but
yeah,
COVID also destructed a lot of businesses. I
yeah.
mean, I had my own business and it was going good until COVID started and it just knocked
I mean,
everything out.
and I think it's all the people that shifted. I mean, there was businesses that didn't deliver, and now they started delivering.
Exactly.
And then there's businesses that they chose not to deliver; they chose to close. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that happened that made people have to change
Yes.
to survive and to keep their livelihood. And that was it was hard to
Hard.
see, and as well as when you would see like successful stories, and it was beautiful to see the hustle.
Yeah.
You know,
It brought the hustle out of everybody.
yeah, it really did. It really did.
Like,
I
I
mean,
mean, remember back then we used to do garage sales and stuff. Now everything's on Facebook.
oh yeah,
You got something to sell,
yeah,
they're on Facebook.
yeah, anything,
Social media
anything,
is just
and they make it easy for you to sell too, because they
yeah,
want you to obviously pay later on and make ads and stuff like that.
yeah.
But even their ads are successful.
Mhm.
I mean, it's just phenomenal right now. I don't know if this will keep going. I don't know if we could sustain this type of
Maybe. Gotta love the Laredo culture.
yeah. I mean, it's like a place like no other. I obviously love
The
Laredo.
food.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, oh my God. Don't get me started with the food.
Oh, yeah, and diets. So we
Yeah.
can't talk about that.
Yes, yes. I mean, we could talk about it. Just don't give me don't show it.
Don't
Don't
show no
show it around
pictures.
me. I don't
Don't
want to
show no
well.
pictures.
Oh man. We work next to Palitas,
Uh-huh.
right? I mean, oh my
Just the
God.
smell, just being
Yeah.
outside, you can smell it.
I mean, early in the morning, they're
Mhm.
cooking that fajita already. They're barbacoa. I mean, they're going all out with the tacos. You can smell the tortilla. But now all the guys say, "Oh, we're immune to it." I mean, we smell it every day. But man, they lying. I mean, you can
They
smell that.
want that.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, it gets to a point where you order so much from one place, you're like,
You
I don't
get a
want
little
that.
bored of it.
Yeah, you
You get
get bored
tired.
of it. But yeah, it smells hella good where it make you hungry. I mean, that happens a lot. And I think we should be. I mean, we should be the best taco place. I mean,
Mm.
a taco
I
city or
mean, we got
something.
Laredo Taco Company named
Yeah.
after Laredo.
That's
So gotta do
everywhere.
something.
That's out there
Mhm.
everywhere. I've seen that in Corpus, San Antonio. I'm sure there's one in Houston. I mean, they're out there. That's cool. I like that. because we are like the king of tacos.
Yeah.
I say so. What kind of taco? What's your favorite taco? Or where do you like to eat
I
tacos? I
like.
know we're not eating tacos right
Oh
now,
yeah.
but
No, I'm not eating. I like taco palenque, bro.
yeah. You like taco palenque?
Pretty cheap too. Piratas, breakfast piratas.
I don't know. They're cheap. You
The
know,
breakfast
taco
piratas.
taco latte. You get 2 tacos for like $4. That's cheap. I mean, a pirata, I think like what, $6 with tax.
Oh yeah, you're talking about like the lunch ones. I'm talking about the breakfast
Oh,
ones.
breakfast. Oh,
Yeah,
breakfast tacos are cheap everywhere.
yeah, they're cheap.
I mean, you can buy that shit everywhere
Yeah.
for $1.
Talk about the kids, man. I got a 3-year-old. She just turned 3. She's hyper as hell. I don't know. Little girls are supposed to be hyper, bro.
Yeah,
They are
I'll tell you right
hyper,
now.
man.
I mean, yeah, my little girl's athletic and she's running around all the time, and
They never get tired, bro.
little boys can't keep up with her. Obviously, I mean, she's just, yeah, she moves fast.
Is it like a little girl thing? Like, are all girls like that?
I think so. I mean, oh my god, my little girl's more advanced than the boys. I know how they say that, girls advance more than boys. I mean, that's definitely true in our case.
My little girl started walking and talking at an early age, but like, it's crazy, man. They're hectic. It's a lot of work.
Yeah,
It's a lot of work. From the time that they wake up to the time they go to sleep, which is like probably 16 hours later.
Yeah.
It's just crazy hyper. I want this, I want that, jumping, fighting, and it's just like, and I mean, I get it. We're a little bit. I'm 30. You 28. You know, I don't want to say we're old, but
we get in
I
there.
don't have that energy anymore. I don't have that energy like a 16, 17-year-old, man. It's not the same.
Yeah.
So, I go to school, I go to work, I come home, and that energy is just, it's hard to find that energy.
Yeah. But they got it though.
They got it.
That energy.
I wish they could transfer it to us though.
I mean, I'm dealing with that as well. Right now that they go into preschool, I mean, they go in early. So they go to sleep early. Sometimes I get out of work and I get home and like they're literally already sleeping.
That's good.
Like today I got home with pizza and I'm like, what's going on? Everyone was sleeping already.
Well, my little girl is hungry every 30 minutes. I don't know if that's normal. Like she'll eat 30 minutes later, she says she's hungry. I don't know, is that normal?
Yeah. They eat in pauses. My daughter does the same thing.
Okay.
She'll never finish her food. She'll eat like some of it and then she'll come back and she'll eat some more stuff. And my little boy, he'll eat all his food, and then he'll want more. So yeah, you're on the.
And you got 3 kids. You want more?
Yeah. Not now. I mean,
but later.
I'll be telling you right now. First, I think having 3 babies in 4 years, that's hard.
Yeah.
Hard on the wifey, hard on everybody, and children need they need attention. They need a lot of attention, and I feel like sometimes maybe having back to back, even though it's cool because they grow up together and they play with each other, and they're very close.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, yeah, they do need a lot of attention. So yeah, that's the only hard part about it. But man, I wouldn't change it for the world. I mean, I'm happy. No, never a bored day with us. And they just started Little League.
Oh really?
Yeah,
baseball.
Yeah, baseball, man.
Who and who?
They both did. Amara and Ovi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The baby G's still like, he's 9 months right now. So.
Okay.
But yeah, man. They're just running around the bases. And they don't know how to hit the ball. I mean,
but they're having fun.
Exactly, they're having fun. They're going out there. They're being active. I mean, they run around. Like I said, they run around the bases, and they hit with the bat, and instead of trying to run the base, they try to grab the ball. And my son was throwing the glove, and it was fun to watch. I mean,
so what parent are you? Are you like a strict parent, or you let them do what they want to do as long as they behave?
Oh my God. You know how they say, "Oh, I'm not gonna spoil my kids."
Yeah.
I mean, mi hija está chiflada. And then that's just the honest truth. She's my princess, and same with the other babies. I mean, I still baby them. They say you shouldn't baby talk to your kids. I'm like, nah.
So you ain't strict.
I'm strict when I have to be.
Yeah,
I mean, when we're getting off the car, I'm strict. I mean, they know. I'll get mad if they like try to cross the street or something dangerous. I mean, I do get upset, but I just can't be upset too long with them. It's just I don't like to see them sad.
Yeah.
I'm just that type of dad. But so I wouldn't say I'm too strict. I know my wife's more strict than I am. She's stricter. Yeah.
Same.
But I mean, she has to handle the 3 when I'm working.
Yeah.
I think that's a harder job than
exactly.
what I'm doing.
It is a hard job.
It is.
Parenting is probably the toughest job ever.
Yeah.
I work for EMS and I've seen some crazy stuff. I've been there for 10 years, but it might be that I'm used to it, but parenting is probably harder than my job.
Yeah,
You know,
it is.
I can go to work for 12, 16 hours, come back home like nothing, but, being with the kids all day,
That's hard.
it is hard.
It's hard. And sometimes I come back and I you know, I'll see things that shouldn't be around, but I gotta remember they're 3 kids.
Yeah.
I mean, she's really killing it. Man, my wife does an awesome job. I mean, not only does she, maintain the household, being able to handle those 3, and I've seen them and I've seen it myself, when we were all got sick. I mean, it's hard. Baby never stops crying. You
Mhm.
can't sleep. You can't sleep late because then you wake up every 3 hours with the baby, and it's just. I've seen that. So firsthand, hey, shout out to all the mothers. I mean,
Exactly.
yeah, I mean that's a
Yes.
hard job to do,
Yes, it is.
and for the fathers out there too, raising their kids. I
Yeah.
mean, that's also big. So shout out to them too, because it's not an easy
I
job
think it's
maintaining everything.
I think it's one of the main reasons why a lot of, fathers step out,
Mhm,
because it's a tough job. And
mhm.
I think guys are a little bit more like, you know what, I want to do my own thing. I don't want to do this. And it's easy for them to step out. And I think that's a lot of reason why there's a lot of single mothers out there, because the dads find the easy way to just be like, you know what, I'm out. But the moms just can't do that. The moms can't just be like, you know what, I'm out. I mean, there is some that do,
Yeah,
just have a little bit
yeah,
of
of
both.
course, there's cases of everything like that, but I feel my personal opinion is like I feel like mothers sometimes have a connection
Yeah,
with their kids,
exactly. I mean, they came out of their womb,
for the
so
body. Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, but obviously fathers get the same connection, but I feel like it's not right away sometimes. Sometimes it has
Oh
to
yeah,
happen, and sometimes in some cases it will happen like right off the bat. There's just a connection already.
yeah.
But sometimes it takes delivery. Even sometimes it takes time after that
I don't know about your
to
experience.
get a connection.
You had 3 experiences, so they might have all
Yeah,
been different, but in
yeah,
my
they are.
experience,
They are different.
when
Yeah,
my girl was pregnant, it was very hard to it wasn't even real, like, it just didn't feel real,
yeah,
the whole pregnancy.
yeah.
It was until I had her in my arms, where it was like, "Okay, this is real," and
Yes,
little
yes.
day by day, it starts hitting you.
And I think with my first child, I didn't have that, but with my second and third, I did have that. It wasn't real to me.
Wow, it
I
was
think it was
reversed.
I think it was like, I'm having a boy, like
Oh,
that
okay, I
that
get
type of
you.
aspect
Yeah.
where I'm having a boy. I think with Mija, I was like, man, like off the bat, I was already like had
The
a
whole
connection.
pregnancy, you're
Not the
just
whole pregnancy, but like pretty much. I
okay.
mean, pretty much. I mean, it was just like, wow, it's my first kid. I mean, it was just like crazy, crazy to me. And it was a very dramatic experience with pregnancy. I mean, I'll
Mm,
tell you the story real quick.
okay.
My wife does not like to be at the hospital so long. So she'll wait till like the last minute. And what I mean last minute is like we walk in, you know how you sit in the waiting room and they
Mhm.
prepping her? Nah, I ain't sitting in the waiting room. Hey, walk in with her. You about to have this
Oh,
child. Yeah.
wow.
So it was kind of like that. Like I didn't even sit down, like, sir, you gotta go, you gotta walk in. No epidural and any
Wow.
pregnancy she's had, and she's a fighter, man. We're always at it like in 2 hours.
Wow.
So she's I guess she's good at that. I don't know where she read that or what, but yeah, she don't do that. I mean, if you feel some pains, it could be something. So, but yeah, I've been through that situation where you're just rushing 100 miles per hour on the highway, like, and there's like a contraction coming in
Yeah.
every 2-3 minutes. Yeah, that
Wow.
was my daughter.
That's crazy.
Yes, and I got to be very, I guess because it was so quick. I was very hands-on, like, "Sure, hold her leg." So
Oh,
I'm
okay,
holding her
okay.
leg and, things are going fast. There's no doctor there, obviously. They got doctors still, getting dressed or in the
Yeah.
street, so nurse is gonna deliver, and it was just crazy hectic and stressful, and I got to cut the umbilical cord.
Was that 3?
That was Mara.
But okay, but what
Yeah.
about the other babies?
Obito, and that's why I'm always overprotective with him. He was, he was a preemie. He was maybe like 3 weeks
Okay.
before
I
her
think I
due
was at a
date.
hospital when he was.
Yeah, yeah, he came in and they had to put him in an NQ, but
Yeah, I
man, that
remember.
kid was big. He was bigger than a normal child. I mean, a normal laborers time
Yeah,
child. I
yeah, yeah.
mean, it was huge already. He was good. I think they had the time and stuff, but
Okay.
they keep him in there though for
Yeah.
precautions and stuff like that, and they give him a different formula and all
Mhm.
that. But that's why I'm a little bit overprotective with him. For some reason, I don't know why. I just was more scared when he was born,
And
and that's sick with me.
I think once you become a
Yeah,
parent, I think that changes you.
yeah,
You become a different person. I don't think I was the same person than when I was, I guess you could say, single or before kids.
yeah.
You
And
change
yeah, you
as
changed
a
completely.
person completely. You
Yeah,
have a soft spot in your heart, you know what I mean, for
yeah.
your kids. It's crazy.
It's a crazy different type of love that obviously you never knew existed. You knew it was there. I mean, people
Yeah.
always talk about it. Oh, you never experience something like you until you have a child and you hold them and you heard it over and over again. You're like, yeah, okay, I got you.
But once it happens,
Yes, exactly. That's why I tell people they don't have kids. I'm like, yeah, just wait till you have your child and you'll be like, oh, because I used to be the same way. Oh, I want to do this with my kid. I want
yeah.
to do that with my kid. I'm like, yeah, yeah, you just wait a little bit, bro. I mean, wait till you have your child. You're gonna do the exact same thing I'm doing or worse.
And everybody has different ways of parenting
Well, yeah,
as well.
that's true.
You
And
know,
not everyone's the same either. I'm
not
not
everyone's the
saying this
same. Yeah.
happens to everybody. There's some people that just don't change after
Hmm.
having children. They just they don't have the connection or, they don't have that in them. I mean, there's situations like that. But in the most case, man, I think this is just a life changing experience,
It
especially
is.
for me, and I know for you for sure. I mean,
Yes.
we just experienced that, and it's something we wouldn't change in
And we value our girls way more. You know, like
life.
you put up with this for 9 months and then, you know, delivery and it's just
And
you see your girl in a whole different way.
yeah,
You know, it's a whole different
definitely.
type of love. It's like an upgraded version of
Oh
love.
yeah, definitely.
You know, and talking about relationships, you know, I don't know for you, but for me, you know, once you find that special someone, it's like when they say love at first sight.
Yeah,
And you're like,
exactly.
oh, okay, love at first sight, whatever. But you know, when it happens, you know it.
Yeah,
You know it
exactly
from the
right.
start. You know that that's gonna be the mother of your kids, and you know it's just a love that's just unbreakable, no matter what happens.
Yeah. And not only that, your children make it even stronger,
Yes,
become a family, and families are unbreakable. It's just something
definitely.
beautiful like that. And and baby G, I call him baby G, Gael. He's a COVID baby.
He
Let me
was.
tell you about these COVID babies. They're big.
Oh,
I mean, they're as long the ones I saw in the hospital, all those were huge, huge babies.
uh,
And I thought I wasn't gonna be able to go in there. But I would give them hell. I
uh,
wouldn't let them get away with that. So I think they saw that on my face, but they're like, "Yeah, sure, come in." So they allowed me in there. I know some
wow.
people they were not allowed
Nah,
in there to see their
very
kids.
strict.
I was there. I was there. I mean, I'm not there like visually looking at everything going on there. I mean, I'm not that type of guy to be looking at blood and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
that. But I just wanted to be present. I
yeah.
just felt like I owed them that. You know,
It's
it's
a
just,
good experience being there.
yeah,
You know, you get to experience the birth of your child.
yeah,
Is I also got to cut the umbilical cord, and
yeah.
it if it's not as bad as they make it seem.
No, well,
But then again,
maybe
everybody's
for
different.
me, I think the scissors weren't working. I had to cut that a couple
Oh,
of
okay,
times. They gave me
okay.
some rusty scissors. I think that's what
They
it
were
was.
defective.
Maybe I was just shaking too much. I don't know, one of the two. But yeah, you said it's crazy. It's a crazy thing to do. I mean, I'm me. I'm getting nervous. I'm joking around.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm always joking
yeah.
around. So like, he's taking out the placenta. I guess he's showing off to me. I'm like, hey, just put that in the slide for the carne asada later.
Oh, really? That's what he said?
That's what I told him. Like, just put it aside for the carne asada. We'll take it with us. And it's just those type of things where like, hey man, I'm internally thanking God. I
Yes,
mean, everything
definitely.
came out good. I mean, those are just stressful times that one goes through to go through something beautiful
I
at the
I
end.
think those are one of the most mysterious things about life. I don't think people sit down and think, where do we come from? Okay, there's a male and a female,
Mhm.
and this happens, inside a body.
Yeah,
And then this is birth, and then they grow from a baby to an adult.
yeah,
That's really crazy.
yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah.
And not a lot of people think about that. So,
Well, you think about it at that time. I mean, when you see your child
oh
come
yeah,
out
yeah, yeah.
at that time, you're like, "What in the world? Like, how did this happen?"
But
You know what
what
I'm
I'm
saying?
trying to say is if somebody didn't know that
Mhm.
and you say, okay, babies come from this and this and this and they evolve, they'll be like, what? Really?
Yeah,
Right. But now imagine all the things that we don't know about.
you're right.
It's one of the mysteries of the world,
Yeah,
mysteries of life.
and there's a lot of them. I
A
think
lot.
there's a lot more questions than
And
answers,
then answers.
and that's fact.
And what I mean, everybody asks, what's the meaning of life?
Yeah,
Wouldn't we like to know? I think everybody has their own definition of meaning of
yeah,
life. To me, my meaning of life is finding happiness. I think that's the number one goal that we all want.
yeah.
Happiness. A lot of people think that happiness is money, success, power. Everybody has their own meaning,
Mhm.
but I think happiness is just one of the main things.
Yeah. And I'll tell you right now, what I feel about happiness is, I think that definitely comes within you. I think
Yes.
there's no road to happiness. I think that just starts with doing things you like to do. That's one. Being around people you like to be around. I mean, spending your time the way you want. Doing things of that nature are what will bring about, having a good, happy life. And just
Being
not
positive,
yeah,
not being not
being
being negative
positive.
to other people,
Yeah,
respecting other
not
people,
yeah, and helping
helping.
out, serving the world
Mhm.
the way we were brought here to do. I mean,
Exactly.
spread positivity. I think that's why I'm very happy we started this platform. I think we have a lot of good things to say. I think to start, we want to add value to everybody. There's things that we don't know, and I think what an intelligent person does is they hire more intelligent people that are, or people that are more intelligent than they are,
Yeah, yeah.
to tell them what's up. And I think so. What we're gonna do? I think we'll bring in people that they know their stuff.
I think that's the main reason why we started all this. It's
Hmm.
just, we talk about a lot of stuff, and it's like, why are we keeping this between me and you? Let's
Yeah,
let's the world hear it, because I think that's what we are supposed to do, help each other out.
yeah,
And there's a lot of people out there that need help.
yeah.
I mean, I know I need help sometimes.
We all do.
I need to vent. I need to hear some good advice, and
Yeah.
a lot of people don't have that. So if we can give some value, my mission is completed for the day.
Yeah, you're right, man. I think that's what we'll be able to do. I think it's also important to think about who you take advice from. I
Yes,
think you want to be around people that are doing what you're doing. I mean, doing what you want to do. They're in the position that you want to be in. And like they say, man, you are who you hang around with. And you want to hang around. You want to be a basketball player. Hang around basketball players.
exactly.
Go people at the court every day. Do what they do. You want to be a rap star. Go out with rappers. Go out to concerts. Go do these different things and venues. I mean, I could go on and on, but you want to be a millionaire. You hang around millionaires, and that's pretty much just what I'm trying to say. Is that go wherever you want to go. If you want to go somewhere, get there. There's a bus drive, there's a railroad, there's an airplane, there's a car out there for you that you can get on and go where you want to be.
And since we're talking about that topic, I want to talk about how consistency is key,
Hmm.
but there's a lot of people that are stuck in park. And I was one of those people. When you're just stuck in park,
Yeah.
you say you're comfortable. I'm comfortable here. I'm comfortable in this job or whatever position that you're in, and you don't think about excelling in life. And I think that's a common mistake that we all do. We all have to put that car that we have within ourselves
Hmm.
into drive.
Yeah.
We have to put it in drive to get to that destination that we want to go to. That's a lot of problem that we all have.
Yeah.
I had that problem. I was in park for a while, but once you shift that into drive, you just want to get to that destination where it's like, I need to excel.
Yeah.
I need to do something different. I don't have the results that I want to be. I'm aging. I'm not where I want to be. So you have to kick that. That's the number one thing you got to do. Hard work, consistency, grind, and putting in your actions. Because if you don't put your actions, you don't get no reactions. You don't get no results.
Yeah.
It's
You're
like
right.
it's like working out. You want to get fit, you need to work out. If you don't work out, you're not going to get fit. You're not going to see results. Same analogy.
Exactly. Exactly. Got to work hard for what you want.
Got to work hard.
And once you get it on drive, I mean, it's not going to be a smooth road either.
Bumpy.
It's gonna be a bumpy road, a lot of curves, a lot of different obstacles, and just look at how we got here. I mean,
We had a lot of delays.
things happen
I changed these lights like 10 times
today,
today.
and that's fine. I mean, things are gonna get in the way. Difficulties will show up, but guess what? We don't stop. We never give up. I've been in different avenues, doing different ventures. And one thing I don't do is I don't give up. I
Exactly.
make it successful. If I quit what I'm doing, is not because I found something better. It's not because it wasn't successful. Because
Exactly.
success, you make it. As long as you're consistent, you stay on the grind, you have your vision, and you have the tunnel vision to get there. Bumpy road or not. I mean, that's the whole point of this.
Since we were talking about manifestation, I know we were talking about
Yeah.
this a while. There's a saying that says, "Was meant to be, will be, and was not, will not."
Yeah.
So once you say, what's the difference between that and manifestation? Manifestation is, if you want it and you picture it, you're gonna get it, right? But where does that stop? There has to be a line where it's like, okay, manifestation didn't work because maybe it wasn't meant to be. So it it contradicts itself.
Yeah. I
It,
mean, yeah, you're right. It's like fate.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you could dream it, you could do work hard as much as you want, manifest, and it might not happen. And that's where if it's meant to be or it's not meant to be, will kick in.
Yeah.
It's difficult, but I think we all have to
Yeah.
keep trying. And if you're not succeeding in one way, you try another way.
You're right. You're right. And let's go a little bit deeper on that. Actually, because sometimes you're like, okay, well, I could picture myself driving that car.
Hmm.
But it's also
Exactly.
the belief in yourself, that first of all, that you're capable of having that car. Then even deeper than that, having the belief that you have that car already.
Exactly.
That's not easy to do, but it all starts with the belief in yourself, the capability.
And there's always that possibility that it's not meant to be
Yeah.
for you to have that car. You can work your ass off,
Mhm.
but if you're not meant to have that car, you're not gonna have it.
Yeah, you're right.
But that's just one of the mysterious ways of life that I was just talking about.
Exactly. And the way things, how look how mystery it is that we met, and our passion together was being on the
Exactly.
microphone.
Exactly. This was
You
like
know,
15 years ago.
and I was just telling you before this, our first show was in October.
Exactly.
I don't know, maybe over a decade ago, and here we are having our first show, October. You know,
15, 16 years later.
yeah, and it's just the way mystery and on the mic,
On the mic.
on the
Yes.
microphone, and I think we've seen each other on the microphone before, and I think right now, obviously, it's a different type of art. But I think we already knew off the bat, man. We have good chemistry, and we'll be able to say what we want to say and
Exactly.
deliver a good message.
And I think friendships, they're hard to find.
Yeah.
And I mean, I might not even believe in friendships. I might believe in acquaintances,
Yeah.
but I believe in bonds. And I feel like once you find a bond, keep that person. I feel like, me and you, we're a bond, and we have a couple homeboys that we have a bond. No matter what happens, we might fight, we might not talk for months, for years,
Yeah.
but we have that bond, and life keeps us in touch for a reason.
Yeah. I believe that. I believe that. Amen, brother. And not only that, I always say, I know I don't have homies. I only got brothers.
Exactly.
And that's definitely what's up, man. Hey, I'm glad you invited me to this, brother. For
Yes,
sure.
sir.
And you know what? We made it happen.
We made it happen. It was hard, but we made it happen. And
Yeah.
I think anything is possible as long as you put your mind to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the number one thing. Putting your mind to it. It's like painting. Just like I said, it's like painting. If you have that visualization and you say, no, you know what, I'm not gonna paint it, then how are you gonna get that painting to that canvas?
Yeah.
You have to practice. You have to draw. You have to sketch. You have to start somewhere.
Yeah,
It's not gonna
sure.
paint by itself.
It's like I heard before. It's like we all have greatness inside of us. Everyone
Exactly.
has. Everyone has
Everybody.
greatness inside of us.
We're all born for a reason.
Don't die. Don't get buried 6 feet under with that greatness inside you.
Exactly.
Bring it out. Show it to the world.
We were all born destined to be something.
Everyone in this globe, I believe, I truly believe this. Everyone was meant for something. At a certain point of time, they either lost their way or they went a different direction.
Yes.
But everyone here was meant for something. And I think just go out there and show what you got.
Believe in something.
Don't be afraid of
Believe
any
in something.
opinions, your parents, strangers on social media telling you what you can and cannot do, or what you're good at and what you're not good at. I think just go out there, make it happen, and watch the world work for you. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Putting in hard work. Talking about life, and the mysterious ways. Is the Earth flat? Is the Earth round?
Oh my God.
Conspiracies. I'm into conspiracy.
I like. I
love
think, and I've heard that theory, man, and it's very interested. I mean, very interesting. I've seen some videos on that, and
A lot of movies show flat Earth. They have like the surface, and then they have like the tree on the bottom with like branches and roots.
You know what they got me was we've never seen a picture, of Earth
Mhm.
other than from NASA.
Exactly.
And
Or the moon.
or
Astronauts on the moon.
yeah. I mean,
They went there long years. Don't quote me on the history. I'm not really good at history. They went there many moons ago.
And
No
that's
pun
another
intended.
thing
And
that
now we're up on technology and we haven't been there.
I mean, check this out. That's what I'm saying. Did we even get there?
Did we even get there?
I mean, there's either two things because I was watching a doc and they're like, "Well, we lost the technology to get back on
Mm.
the moon," and I'm like, "What? Phones are getting smaller. I mean, technology is just growing, but somehow we can't get back on the moon." So
Elon
it's
Musk is sending people to space.
yeah. I mean, did you hear about what Jeff Bezos just went to
Oh yeah.
space? Right? He has that
Was that
what do you call it?
rocket? What's it called? It looked like that
The Blue
rocket from the
Origin.
Austin Powers
Yeah, I
movie. Yeah.
mean, he has a company that is gonna start sending people out to space, at a certain level up
Hmm.
before above altitude, not all the way like out of the atmosphere type of stuff, but still give someone a good experience. People would obviously have some money to blast a rocket up, but
That's
yeah,
interesting because I didn't know about that.
yeah,
They're not out of the atmosphere. They're within.
yeah, they're
So
still within the
it
atmosphere,
makes me
but
even wonder: is there even out of the atmosphere?
well, that's the
What if
thing.
we're
I
in a
mean,
dome?
it gets to a certain point where like obviously you hit the atmosphere, you
Okay,
start floating, and you've seen
gravity and
Star
all that
Wars,
stuff.
right?
Oh yeah, okay,
But
intergalactic stuff,
yeah, but
galaxies.
I don't know none of that about that, but I know that I personally have not been to space, but I don't have to be the person where I have to see it to believe it type of
Yeah.
stuff. But I'll use my common sense, and sometimes my common sense tells me we are being lied to
Oh yeah, of
about
course.
a lot
There's
of
things we
things.
don't know about.
Yeah, I mean, just to add, I mean, with all this racial tension going on and stuff like that,
Mhm.
a lot of things been highlighted what we were taught back in school. And when you remember seeing the world map, you would see United States like the big part
Mhm.
of the map, and all the other continents were like small, small,
Yes.
small. And then you start seeing the actual globe and the actual map of the globe, and you can see that these continents are actually way bigger than what they
Yeah.
saw in high school.
Exactly.
I mean, in middle school and elementary, I
Yeah.
mean, you would see these maps, and even some high school, I think you would see these maps that were just like saturated towards zooming in towards the United States.
We're taught so many things in high school that like I'm thinking, why do we need to learn this? I wish they could teach me how to do my taxes
Yeah,
back in high school, economics, investing,
yeah,
psychology.
yeah,
I wish they could,
exactly.
teach us behavior. A lot of these things would really come in handy nowadays, and they would help a lot of people too.
Yes, yes, you're
But
right.
the education system is just weird, in my opinion.
It's not it's not effective as it used to be.
Mhm.
I think also that has to do with a lot of tension back in the day. A lot of people didn't want minorities to succeed before our structure and our education. Generations before, you could graduate high school as a plumber,
Mm.
carpenter, mechanic. You would graduate high school having some sort of skill to provide for your family. That was out of high school. I mean, at our point, I mean, they got rid of driver's ed, which is
Oh
I
yeah.
think they heard they recently brought back, but we didn't even have a driver's ed class.
No.
I think I was the last couple of years that had a DACA class where they would find you a job and that would count as three
Mm.
credits. I mean, those were things that would help people, be able to survive after high school.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
wish we had something that would teach me something that would make me reach that point where I wanted to be
Yeah.
early on in life. I was early on in life. I was going out, spending money like I didn't really care.
Yeah.
I wish I could invest that money. I turn back time and I say I wish I could do something with myself.
Yeah.
But I
It's never
mean,
too late though.
it's never too late, and time is really something we can never get back.
Yeah.
Money, we can get it back. It's okay. We can blow it. It's okay. We'll get it back. But time, we can never get it back.
Yeah, exactly. You'll never get that second back.
And that's the main reason why we do this. We want to make sure that people value
Mhm.
time,
Yeah.
value time
And themselves within this time.
and themselves as well.
Yeah.
Invest time in yourself. Get
Yeah.
to know yourself.
Mhm.
Who am I? Who do I want to be? Who don't I want to be?
Yeah.
Hang around people that you want to be like. Don't hang around people that drain your energy.
Exactly. And if there's something holding you back, whether it's a person or your own self holding you back, break that out. Break that cycle. I mean, make
Exactly.
it happen. What's the worst that can happen? Is that you
Exactly.
fail.
What's the worst? Exactly.
That's the worst thing. You fail. What happens when you fall?
I
You
have a
fail.
fear of failure.
Yeah,
But you know what? We got to tackle those failures. And, before we head out, one thing that I want to make sure that everybody knows is you'll never know what you will be unless you try.
yeah.
You got to learn from your failures.
You're right. You're right.
And
And
I thank everybody for just, giving this opportunity
yeah,
to speak speak some of our life experiences, man. I wish I had this, like I said, when I was younger.
Yeah.
I never had somebody to be blunt, just be like, "Hey, do you really want to do this?
Mhm.
No, okay, don't do it. Do what you really want to do."
Yeah,
I
your
wish I had
passion.
that. You gotta have that,
Yeah.
and I thank everybody for that, man.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
wish everybody likes, subscribes, comment,
Yes.
just interact with us, man.
Yes. Let us know what you think about the show. Let us know what you want us to talk about next.
Thank y'all. Peace.